Hi everyone, and welcome to my quick guide to Aetherion Castle. Before we start, I want to quickly let you know that I recently started streaming BDO content on Twitch, and I'd be so happy if you joined me there. You can find my Twitch username on the screen right now or in the description box. The same invitation applies to my Discord server, whose information are also shown on the screen and in the description box. Alright, that's it. I really hope you find this quick guide helpful. Enjoy! For this quick guide, I'll try to keep things short and simple. These are my general PvE add-ons. You can just copy-paste them or adjust them to your liking. As for my combo, I follow Storm's priority list, meaning I don't follow a strict combo, but rather prioritize skills based on their DPS. In the shown screenshots, you can see the priority of skills. First row being top, second row being mediocre, and last row being least priority. However, if you still prefer a less effective but more chill way of grinding, I suggest you Storm's recent video on YouTube, in which he introduces a semi-effective infinite combo. Currently, you can see which crystals, lightstones and consumables I use at Aetherion Castle. However, these are totally dependent on your gear. More specifically, on your total AP. Play around with your setup. Maybe use some glorious Olukas for extra cast speed instead of Makalots. Choose all out attack for extra AP, or leave out the furniture buff to save some money. However, while experimenting with your setup, keep a close eye on your total AP, which should always be at or above the cap of the spot you're grinding at. In this case, you should try to avoid having less than 1595 AP for perfect efficiency. The spot mechanics are pretty straightforward. You start your grind by hitting one of the human looking like trees that can be found throughout the grind zone. Once hit, the tree activates and starts summoning waves of mobs all around it. The mobs will automatically run towards you. Wait a second or two for them to form a pack, then start comboing them down. Once every few waves, you will see a message announcing a blue circle that spawns somewhere around the tree. Move to that circle and gather the mobs inside of it. You need to kill the wave of mobs inside the circle so it can absorb their energy and spawn a huge wave of weaker mobs. These so-called unstable mobs might have less HP than the original mobs, but be careful. If you don't run enough stun resistance in your crystal setup, they can easily stun lock and kill you. Once every 10 to 11 minutes, you will see a message announcing a dragon. Don't worry, it is friendly and will grant you a buff for around 20 seconds. You will either transform into a huge lightning ball, damaging the mobs around you, or, and personally I believe this is a bug, your abilities damage will be increased so you can one-shot the mobs around you. After the buff is over, Muraka will spawn. He has no special mechanics, just keep positioning yourself behind him for back attacks and combo him down. However, if your DP is on the lower side, you might want to consider iframing his AoEs indicated by a red circle. After killing Muraka, the tree will deactivate, and in order to continue your grind, you will have to reactivate by hitting it with one of your skills. Alright guys, that's it for Aetherion Castle. I really hope this quick guide will prove itself helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching, and who knows, maybe we will meet again in my next video or even live on Twitch. Bye bye!